We're live. Good evening, everyone. This is Auriel Grace from A Gang of Girls Radio. And tonight we're going to have Theo on. We're going to be talking about what's it like to be a psychic medium. And since he is a psychic medium, we're going to be talking to him. We're going to do one question readings too. So make sure that you write your questions short and sweet. Okay? All right. So we're going to wait. Theo's going to be up, and I'm just waiting for peeps together because there were a lot of people interested in tonight's show. And I'm pretty excited about it because it's always fun when Theo's on. And that. So we'll be working on that. He's kind of driving right now, and I don't want him to be on when he's driving. So as soon as he gets home, I'm gonna pull him on. But until then, if you do need to talk to a psychic medium, someone who can connect to your spirit guides and angels, you can check Theo out at psychictheo.com. And then if you need an astrology consult, you can check out Rockin' Reverend Rhonda at karmiclaw.com. And this week I've got the Kindle books up for sale. I'm Psychic, Not Telepathic, and Clearing with Purpose is on sale. It's $1.99 right now. We're going to be talking about pendulums and scrying next week. So in I'm Psychic, Not Telepathic, there's a chapter about pendulums and crystals and what you can do to assist yourself with them. So we're going to be talking about those. We're going to show off some pendulums and how to use them. So if you have your pendulums, you can check it out. Okay? Okay. So also, yeah, we got it. All right, cool. So what is a psychic medium? A lot of people think that every psychic is a psychic medium. Not everyone is a psychic medium. Okay? Not every psychic is a psychic medium. And not every psychic medium or not every medium is a psychic. So what does a psychic medium do? Well, they speak to those people that have passed on. They can speak to spirit guides and angels, ascended masters, and all that other good stuff. I'm a psychic. I do not normally speak to the dead unless they, roam around and come into a reading. Normally my readings aren't about that. My readings are to assist you with clearing and to give you good insight on the next steps for yourself. So that's what I do. Theo is, hey Iris. Theo's a psychic medium, so he is a psychic and a medium. He can assist you with both things. And that's one of the reasons why we do these shows, is so you can know the difference. Like when you're looking up psychics, you want a reading or something like that, then you can look them up and you know what you're getting. Right? Hi, Amy. Hi, Elizabeth. So, and that's one of the things that Theo and I talk about a lot with people, is that so that you know what you're getting. We also talk about, if you're going to get a reading, make sure that you check out your psychic. Like look at the reviews, weigh them out in that. That way, hi Caitlin, hi Raha. So, thanks. Hey, I was just at the beach. I found some awesome coral I'm going to make into pendulums. Yes, it's going to be beautiful. They're going to be beautiful. Anyway, so that's what we're always talking about, that because we want to make sure that you get what you're looking for, or you get the type of reading that you want. Sometimes people, hey Caitlin, hi Lindsay. Some people will call me and ask me, or email me and ask me, like, if, they want to speak to somebody who's crossed over. I don't normally do that. I can collect information from around that person, but I don't necessarily speak directly to a person that's passed through the veils. Not unless they are very, like, in front of me. Because that's not what I was taught to do. Theo is a fifth generation psychic medium. So not only is he a psychic medium, but his parents or his mother and his mother's mother and so on, they were also psychic mediums. So I'm doing pretty good, Amy. How are you guys? I'm glad you're gathering. I'm just waiting. Theo's on his way. So as soon as he gets home, we're going to pull him in. I told him, no, we're not pulling you in while you're driving. Not good to be on Facebook Live while you're driving. So, oh, I forgot. Also, I'm doing my July special in July. It's the whole month of July. I do a special, hi Mom, every year in July. It's $60 for 45 minutes. So if you want to book a reading with me, you need to email me at agangofgirlsinc@gmail.com. And that way, we can get you booked in. So, hey, hold on. I think my bro's coming on. Let's see. I think he made it. Did he make it? There's Theo. There we go. So Theo in. Hi, Amy. There's Amy. Okay. All right. So we're connecting Theo in. There he is. Hey, bro. Hi, Haley. Can you hear me? All right. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, cool. I was just talking about the differences between like a psychic and a psychic medium,
Mm-hmm.
and that you're like a fifth generation psychic medium. So can
Six.
you let them know sixth
Sixth
generation?
generation. Yeah, we can't skip that one generation. They'll kill me. They'll haunt
All
me.
right.
They will haunt me. No.
All right then, Mr. Psychic Medium. Let them know what is a psychic medium, like how you
Um,
perceive when you're doing readings. Hi, Karen.
well, the thing is, okay, psychics basically can peer into the window and see what's going on. Psychic mediums can actually go through the threshold and actually converse with the other side. So rather than just looking in the window, they actually have conversations and see the other perspective.
Right.
And sometimes psychic mediums can actually go into the spirit, or the spirit actually enters their body and can actually give them their point of reference.
Like in a seance.
Well, in a seance, or when I do police cases and I'm at a murder scene, or when I'm
Mm-hmm.
working cold cases, it's sometimes I see things from the victim's perspective.
Yikes.
So it sometimes when I tell this to a lot of my clients, I don't know if I'm seeing things face forward or if I'm seeing them in reverse sometimes, because it depends what
Ah,
peripheral vision they're showing me things. So sometimes I might think left side when it's actually the right side,
mm-hmm.
and that
Because you're
that does
the
happen. Yeah.
mirror.
Right, that whole mirror image, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. But what's that?
Sorry.
Picture looks blurry. Oh, I'm sorry, Iris, that the picture looks blurry. It may be your internet
It might be the
connection.
internet connection there, because I'm seeing everything crystal clear. So
Yeah. So it might be your internet connection. I mean, sometimes when there's thunderstorms here, and there just was a thunderstorm here,
oh, it's brewing
it gets,
now as I was getting here to log in.
yeah, it gets kind of wonky.
And sometimes it might just be
So,
the energy around us. You never know. We tend to have a lot of issues with technical things when we're together, don't we, Ariel?
yeah, lights go off. Woo!
Lights go off, lights go on, microwaves start functioning by themselves, TVs go on when they're not plugged in, all the good stuff.
Yep. All the good stuff, all the kind of weird stuff that happens. It does happen around like intuitive people, and it's just because I think when stuff like that happens, it's because we're broadcasting. Like, you know, we're broadcasting, we're connecting. And so when electricity starts acting funky around like more than two or three psychic mediums, that's what's happening is everybody's broadcasting or everybody's connecting up. And so it makes the picture weird.
Right.
Kevin McKinney! So, okay. So tonight we're going to be doing one question readings.
Yay.
I'm going to hopefully make your question. If you're gonna ask us a question tonight, first of all, what you need to do is make your questions short. Okay? Don't make them long questions. Do not give us explanations. All right? Yeah, it just started Thunder Elizabeth. So make sure that you are asking, make them short because if I press on the comments, I really can't see them that well and I'll lose you. So I've got another thing here where I can read Facebook and stuff, but I am not
I'm going to
able
try
to.
that because when you broadcast and you bring me in, I can't see the questions. So I'm going to try something and see if I can't see the questions. But yeah, you might have to read some of the questions off to me.
Right. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to get all of your questions in. So make them short, sweet, and to the point, so that we don't get messed up with this. Okay. I want to make sure that everybody gets at least one question that's joining us. There's more people that'll be joining us in a little while. Um, so I keep getting the I keep like looking at the thing. I can't do it. Anyway, so we're talking about psychic mediums. If you have any paranormal questions tonight as well, let us know. Hey, Rebecca, let us know because we can help you out if you have a problem as far as like a haunting, or if you have a problem as far as like you being haunted. And okay, so Karen Osborne is asking if there's anything that she needs to know, any info that she needs to know.
It has to be a
So,
little more specific and direct because that's an open-ended question. We could sit here for
yeah, there's a
hours.
lot of stuff. Right. Um, well, uh, the first thing I got with you, Karen, is that like you got a spirit guide. Like if I'm looking at you, if I'm looking at you like this, you're saying it's on your right side. Gold spirit guide, right side. Usually on the right side, that's where the angels hang out. Um, so, I would, if I were you, I would do like an automatic writing meditation or something like that to connect in and see what that spirit guide is trying to assist you with or guide you with, and just be open to receive that information. Okay? Okay, so Amy Mashan wants to know if she's on the right track with her business.
Yes, but she needs to give it a couple months for things to work out. It's still like a roller coaster. The wave has to sort of play out
Mm-hmm.
and balance out before you know which direction to go. Um, because I'm getting like a seesaw feeling right now, and it's like this. So things have to be settled down to say, okay, I'm on the right path, and you'll be able to see it in about 2 months.
Yeah, I would
So,
say like end of August, beginning of September,
mm-hmm,
like that.
mm-hmm. A lot of it also is the key with right now. A lot of let's bring this into play. The full moon tomorrow and the energy it's creating. And then we have the summer solstice starting up, which is kicking things into high gear too. And then July starts the new door, this new venture, this new energy shift that's sort of saying why all the chaos has happened. And here is why everything is starting to play out. So you have to give it at least another month or two after that to know,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is why I went through all this the last couple months. And oh my God, I wasn't thinking clearly. Here's what's really going on. I need to fix this.
Yeah. Well, the energy wave is helping us right now too get through stuff. So, all
Mm-hmm.
right, I've got more questions, Mr.
Okay.
Theo. Elizabeth Davis wants to know, is love coming my way anytime soon?
I'm feeling late this year, like end of December almost, and into January before things actually feel like it's a relationship.
Right. I feel like awareness starts maybe end of October.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah.
it's again, like I was talking about that shift that's happening. It's you have to see what stuff is being asked for you to work out within yourself from all the past chaos over the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's slowly going to be made clear as you go along.
Okay, so Elizabeth, Um, we feel like she's over on a Gang of Girls radio page. So Elizabeth, we feel like you're gonna be aware of your next relationship like October. It sounds like, it becomes a relationship like December, January.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you meet in October and then it goes on.
You're right.
All right, so Alex wants to know about when he's going to be called out for flight attendant school. Hey, Betsy.
I see it in the next month or two. I really think
Yeah.
that's part of his July shift that he's going through, is when that's going to happen. Um, it's going to seem great at times, and really you're going to hate it at times, but keep with it. It's something that you will glad you have the experience and the expertise to do.
Yeah, that's Alex. He's like gonna be rocking it, man. So I hope you heard that, Alex. Okay, so Amy Amy Cisco Brown. I think that's how we say her name. She wants to know if she is. Hold on, guys. Woo. Okay, so she wants to know if she's staying in her current house. Mm-mm.
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm. No, I'm getting a strong no to that.
Yeah, me too.
It's almost like
Immediately.
you've overstayed there. It's like the energy has become too stagnant. It's
Hi,
time for
Roger.
something new.
Yeah, it is time for something new. Yep. All right. So Iris wants to know, how do you see my finances doing?
I don't see it getting better till about August.
Yeah,
Right
August,
now,
September.
it's going to be the way it is for the next couple months, and then I see it getting a boost.
Yeah, so okay, Iris finances stay about the same until like August, September, and then there's a boost. Okay. All right, so we got Lindsay. What energy are you getting towards my relationship at this time?
Um,
You're welcome, Iris.
put more effort into it because I think right now you're expecting too much in return, and for the next couple weeks, go a little further than you have before to sort of get a bigger response. I think that before less was more. Now you actually have to step out a little bit and
Gotta
actually
iron out the wrinkles, baby.
earn
Iron out
it.
those wrinkles.
For lack of a better term, you need to earn it a little bit. And there comes this time in relationships, and this could be part of the full moon energy that's going on, where people are being tested as to how much do you care about the other person, how much
How much do you want?
how much do you want this to work, and what effort are you putting into it. So a lot of the arguing that's coming out of from people is it's this saying, how bad do you want it, or is it time to sort of go in another direction. But
Right.
if you want it and you're willing to work for it, the universe is saying, okay, you need to pass this hurdle, you need to pass this test and get over this obstacle to make it work.
Yes, I agree.
Otherwise it's like you're just giving up, and it's almost like you're giving up on yourself too.
Right.
But
So you have
how
to.
much do you invest in it is what I feel this new moon energy, this full moon energy is bringing out to use. How much are you willing to fight for it?
Yep. Gotta iron out the wrinkles, baby. Iron out the
Pull
wrinkles.
out that iron and just steam it clean.
Start moving the dough
Steamroll it.
around.
Steamroll it.
All right. So, Caitlin, yes, you all have a husband and kids. Probably not for a while, but yes, you will. It'll be good. What do you think? Caitlin wants to know if she's going to have a family of her own, husband and kids.
Yes, but I don't see it for a couple of years though.
I'm reading. So I keep getting so close. Okay.
I just feel it's a couple of years away, you know. There's no need to rush it.
Yeah.
When the
Mm-mm.
time is right, and it could be that the time when it's right, it's just going to happen because it might not be stuff holding you back, but it could be holding the other person back that needs to get their stuff together and their chessboard pieces put in line before they can meet you. So it's not necessarily you, it's also the other person involved. Because when you're talking about relationships, you have a wide spectrum that, there's going to have to be compromise there. If there's no compromise, then one person is loftier than the other, and it's like you got to bring them down a notch.
Right. I feel like that's it because a lot of people are like now, 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 but are they blame themselves for things that are happening, and it takes two to tango, and it's all about
I
need
don't think
to
usually
getting
the people
two to
involved don't blame themselves, and the ones that do blame
right,
themselves um, are always the ones that succumb to making it work out because they always have to cave in for the other people.
right.
And this time the universe is saying, no, it's not going to be that easy. This time you're going to have to give a little tug of war and push back.
So I do feel like you've got a couple of years, Caitlin. All right. So Andy wants to know if she's going to have an improvement in her economy, her job. Hello.
I feel there's another job coming.
Love.
I think where she's at now, it's probably run its course. So either it's a promotion or it's another job. But I feel where she's at, it's pretty much end of the line. I think it's time for a change.
Change, split. So if you're looking for a new job, um, now's actually the time to look for it.
Because if you look for it
Uh,
now, by the wave in July, it's going to open so many more doors for you.
yep, yep.
But
So,
again, you have to be willing for the change and not just say, okay, I'm going to sit back and wait for July to come in. No, you actually have to be proactive and actually help open the door.
yeah,
It's not
you
just
do.
waiting for the door to open. It's like, yeah, you kind of have to show a little effort to the universe that you want it for it to actually
Yep.
come back.
Yes, you do. So, so work that, if you're looking for a new job, Angie, like do it now because this is the time and the energy for it. The energy set for it right now. So put it out there, sparkle up your resume, and rock on with that. Put your high heels and your lipstick on and go out there and get it. It's time.
Be the
Okay.
fighter. Be the fighter.
Yeah. Lipstick, high heels. All right. And Rebecca wants to know, is there anything specific I can do to improve my health? Hi, Danielle.
First of all, you need to want to change. I would also I don't know what kind of soft drinks you like, but I would stay away from any of the diet drinks or anything like that and go more with water because the fake sugar pretty much is causing a lot of health issues. And it's been proven that that happens, but yet people still drink the diet drinks thinking that it's actually helping them when it's not. So
Right.
I would say drink more water. Also, change your eating habits a little bit rather than eating like a couple huge meals, spread them out, just
Yep.
portion it out. Like take one big meal and just spread it into like two meals. And if you, let's say, eat over 4 hour, the meal within over 4 hours, you'll actually start feeling better and you will start seeing a lot of improvement because you're changing a habit.
Yes.
It's not so much that you have to go on a
And
diet or anything. It's more you're changing your eating habits, and you can follow a lot of health instructors and different sport gurus and stuff like that that will actually tell you the same thing. The more you spread out your meal, the better it is on you.
hi, Frank.
But the more you can cut out fake sugars and substitutes and stuff like that, you'll instantly start feeling better.
Yeah. That's the thing too, and I think we talked about this recently, is that high fructose corn syrup is poison for the body. So for
Mhm.
everybody that's listening, like it is
All
so not good
natural water.
for you.
I do
It
drink
is
bottled
awful.
water. I do drink spring water, and I make sure that it passes all the water uh, tests that are out there. So,
Hmm. So make sure that what you're putting into your body is like good stuff. Okay, that's for everybody.
mhm. Yeah,
No
this
health
is not
drink.
geared for one person. This is something that everybody should adhere to.
Right, right.
I mean,
So go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, I know people can't give up sodas just like that. I mean, it's okay to have one or two, but as long as you drink like water throughout the day too, you'll actually feel better.
Yes. Water with lemons is good
Hmm.
because lemons are like Clorox for the body.
Yes.
So it help clear your body.
Hmm.
And you need the electrolytes.
Yep.
Lemons can give you electrolytes. So that's a good thing, right?
Mm.
Right.
Yep. And even if you take lemons and
All
put it
right.
just in water and
So
make your
tonight
own
we're doing
homemade lemonade, hey, that works too.
that's the water that Congress drinks. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe if Congress is drinking like good water, maybe
um,
they can make decisions.
I'm not saying a word because I'm not getting political. I refuse to get political on a
We're
lot
not
of
getting
things
political
because
tonight.
that just ends up just creating more chaos, and there's enough chaos in the world right now. We don't need any more.
Yep, we don't. We don't need any more chaos.
So yeah, even
So,
when people ask me political questions, I do not answer them. I refuse.
okay, so Mary Dyer, she wants to know if we see a new job for her. Hmm. Uh,
There's a possibility in the fall, But deep down inside, do you really want another job? There's part of you that's holding you back from actually attaining a new job. Do you get that feel, Ariel, too? I'm getting like this, like there's a hold back from getting a job.
Well, I also feel like there might be a move
Hmm.
because of it. Though. Like you might have to move
So again,
because of
when you,
a
when
job.
you when you ask for a new job, you have to put a lot of things in perspective. Moving is one of them. Are you willing to travel for work? Is another, because it does change your lifestyle. So again,
Mhm.
new doors, new opportunity, July. Okay, what are you willing to change to allow changes to happen? When you
Right.
answer those questions, that's when the universe and spirit and God and everybody says, okay, here's your door opening. Here's the opportunity. Are you willing to go out of your box a little bit?
Yeah. So Mary, look around though. I do feel like there's a move for you. And both Theo and I are feeling that too. Is that like there's a move for you, but I don't feel like the job comes in until like he's like September, like maybe even mid September, end of September, something like that.
I'm getting it more
So
late September, October. So yeah.
yeah, get your resume sparkly and start looking
Mhm.
around.
But I would also work on cutting cords as to what is keeping you where you're at. What is keeping you um, from taking that leap of faith? What are
Right,
you afraid of that's holding you back? That's
right.
kind of what the universe is waiting for you to answer.
Yeah. So just, make sure that um make sure that you're thinking expansively. I feel like that's the word I need to use for you, Mary. Is that
Hmm.
like expand, expansively.
And it's like take off the
Like
side blinders and see what's really out there.
right, because of the energetic waves and stuff that are happening right now, and because we're going into summer solstice, and things are start to balance out and stuff, you're gonna see a lot of shifts this summer, and also you're gonna discover a lot of truths about yourselves this summer, and what you're willing to do, and how you're willing to do it, and maybe even like expand or throw your nets out further. So I get a
Now,
lot of readings about when am I gonna find my next honey bun, or when am I gonna, all that stuff. A lot of times what people do is we do the same thing over and over again expecting different results. We have to stop the routine and look around and stop and change it so that we can get different or better
mhm.
results.
And that's really what this energy shift is. It is about broadening your horizons, letting go of a lot of things from the past, and not just staying put and just waiting and waiting and waiting. It's about, and I'm repeating this, being proactive. That's the whole
Yes,
shakeup. But you have
it
to
is.
realize that the reason you're letting go of some things is because if it's not of use to you anymore. It's kind of like when you get new furniture and you throw the old furniture out. It's like you just feel like brand new. Well, you do the same thing spiritually and subconsciously with yourself. You can only accept your situations or your current things for so long till they make you so sick, and you're like, okay, I want a complete change. And that's when people move, or that's when you have the midlife crisis that a lot of people are going through, that they just need to try things different. Well, you can still do things different without going overboard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's what really is getting ready to happen and what's going on.
Okay, so hold on just a sec. We've
Okay.
got and if you go over to my website at aurielgrace.net, click on the meditations and scroll down. I think the first meditation, it's a centering and balancing meditation. Do that for yourself every day because that's going to help you clear.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to help you clear your energy field and help you feel a lot better. You'll be centered, balanced, and grounded. And it only takes like 3 to 5 minutes to do that meditation. But I feel like, that can help you on a daily basis. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And then Kevin Mecca, he wants to know, do you see this new Mercury retrograde coming in July?
I was waiting for somebody to mention the Mercury retrograde. I would love to
I
say
know.
yes, but given the last few, that it even feels like we're still under Mercury retrograde. There's one more rough patch with a Mercury retrograde before I think things get sort of on a normal level. I just feel there's one more really bad shakeup, like the Etch a Sketch. It's like complete clearing of the Etch a Sketch.
Right? I feel like this Mercury in retrograde is going to be interesting to say the least.
It will be very interesting to see, especially with the energy shift, the full moon, and the summer solstice all
all at
preceding
one
it.
time.
So everything is going to come to a culmination with the Mercury retrograde, which is going to last in July.
Yeah. So make sure to breathe through it, okay? Make sure that Mercury retrograde, that you're present and you're aware of what's going on.
And just
Like
remember,
all,
miscommunications happen a lot with
yes.
Mercury retrograde. So just be prepared for all that as well.
Yeah. So remember to be clear with your communications and patient because Mercury in retrograde, things happen slowly. So you want to make sure that you're patient and understanding and you're doing your thing. Okay? Don't fret. No fretting allowed during Mercury in retrograde. Just be clear. Okay? And also in July, I'm doing my July special, which is $60 for 45 minutes. If you want to book a reading with me, you need to book through email. It's a gang of girls inc at gmail.com, and I can book you in. So it's through the whole month of July. I do it every year. Um, all right. So I just saw things pop up. I'm looking. All right. So
And while you're looking at that, don't forget October, me and Ariel are doing Reiki 1 again in Chicago. And we're also going to be offering
mhm.
Reiki 3 for those who did level 2 with us before.
Okay, so Amy Brown.
Okay.
All right, you got her. All right,
No, I
she
can't see the
says,
question, so
no, I'm gonna read it to you.
okay.
Are you okay? Since I'm not staying in my current house, when am I moving, and will it be in the same town? Good night, Robert.
Um,
Robert.
I think you're going to
It,
be on the outskirts of town. Um, because I see you moving at least a half hour away from where you're at. I'm feeling outskirts of the city, so you're going to be like almost on the county line almost.
yes, there's a, um, and I feel like you're gonna hear about it, or maybe you've already heard about your next place. So pay attention to the conversation around you because I feel like it's almost like a referral or something.
And I I'm going to throw this out there. The street name or the name that you'll be like driving off of to get to where you're going is some kind of animal's name. So it might be like Bird Street or Owl Street or something like that, but it's going to have like a bird reference to it. I keep seeing like feathers, like a wing. So
Right.
it's going to be named after a bird or have a reference to a bird.
Yeah. So just be patient and pay attention to what people are saying because I feel like you actually hear it. All right. So Anne, she has to go see a lawyer. Hold on. Let me look at this. Um, Daniela. Okay, so she has to go see a lawyer tomorrow about evicting people.
Okay.
I think she wants to know how it's going to turn out.
Um, I do see them getting evicted. It's going to take a little bit. Um, I almost feel like it's like 2 or 3 lawyer meetings before anything actually gets to the point of being able to evict them. But it will be under a month though. But I'm seeing 3 lawyer meetings.
Right. So I do feel like they're leaving. They'll leave in like July. It's like, yeah. Okay, so um, Jody, Jody Topper wants to know when she should retire.
Okay, let me throw this out there. What does she consider retiring? Because there could be a point where she sort of half retires, but still wants to keep active.
Mm-hmm.
Does that kind of make sense? So I would say
Yes.
I don't see her fully retiring. That's the thing, but I don't see her being as 9 to 5 type of job, constantly. It's more like a fun type of retirement where she says she's retired, but she still does some stuff for fun. Um, Probably within the next 5 years, 5, 6 years, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and
But it's
then
almost like I get
now,
the fact that she'll retire and then take it back. I don't know why, but it's like I get this feeling like she's going to do it, and then she backs off.
she's gonna she's gonna go into shock because she's retired. Okay, so Robert,
But I don't think she's fully retired. I don't see her fully retiring. So
right.
I
So
just I just see
Robert,
I just see this pushback. So we'll see what happens within the next 5 years.
yeah. Robert Halton wants to know if we see him moving into his new house. Okay, Casey. Let's see. Uh, okay.
Yes,
Angie.
but I feel there's some hangups with it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to jump through some loops, Robert. That's what I'm getting. Jumping through loops. Oops. All right, so we got another gal over here. Her name's Casey, and Casey Mentor, and she wants to know if Frank wants to be with her or if he's hiding something.
Um, he doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah,
I just get him um, just being at a crossroads right
walk
now.
her. Right, you need to walk.
Yeah,
Casey, walk. Turn around, put your high heels and your lipstick on, get the heck out of Dodge.
because
You
it
know what I'm
almost
saying?
feels like if you are with him, you're still not going to be
Ellie,
feeling complete.
hi, Tati.
I just feel right now he's a little wishy-washy.
Yeah,
Not
he's
that
pretty
he's hiding
random.
something, he just doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah, walk. Turn around, walk away from him. It's not going to be fun. It's not worth it either. Especially if you have to ask that kind of stuff. It's just not worth it. So, all right. So tonight, for those of you that have just joined us, a bunch of you have just joined us. We're doing one question readings. Please make them short and sweet, so that we can get through. Because I'm like watching everybody like comment and stuff as I'm, y'all scrolling and stuff. So if you have a question for Theo, make sure that it's short and sweet so I can read it here in the comments, and then we can get you moving on. Okay, if you want a reading from Theo, you can check out psychictheo.com. You can actually email him from there to book a session with him. All right, to book a session with me, you can go to aurielgrace.net and click on the contact thing, and you can email me from there as well. Makes it easy. All right.
All right, who's
Doesn't matter,
next?
Casey. You're done. You need to be just done. Okay,
I
so
think
we've
with
got.
Casey, she's gonna save herself a lot of heartache later.
Okay, I want to talk about. There's a question here, and
Okay.
like when people pass on, and I want to make this a basic question. I want to cover all bases with this.
Okay.
So, um, when people pass on, they pass through the veils. Whenever I see them go through the veils, I see them being, um, being greeted by others. It's like when we're clearing houses and
Hmm.
stuff.
Hmm.
I see them being greeted, or somebody taking their hand and walking them across, and they look contented and happy. What about you?
Same, same. But to me, it's not so much a veil. I actually see him walking through a doorway. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I've actually been through the doorway, so I know what it's like, what they see. They are greeted by those closest to them. Usually, it's their parents, or if it's a husband or their wife, siblings, and they basically just like grab their hand and help them walk to where they need to be. Um, Pets greet them as well.
Yeah.
We can't forget about that because everybody asks, well, will I see my fur baby? Will I see this? And they're there just like everybody else. And
Right.
usually who's there because when somebody's getting ready to pass, they say, oh, I see so and so. Or if they're in bed, they look over to a side or over to something and say, oh, do you see that window? Do you see that bright light? And then they start reminiscing, oh, I saw this person. Oh, I saw my mom. I remember when she did this and she looks the same. That's how you know who's going to greet them first.
Right.
Besides their spirit guides, their angels, and everybody else they'll see too.
So, and usually when people pass over, and this is a general thing too, is the thing that I get is that they're in a better place. Like it's an easier place.
It
It's
is.
a good place.
They have a better
You
perspective of it. The
hmm
way I describe it is more, let's say, with a lot of religious terms. Let's say like hell's here on earth, and then when you die and cross over, then you go into heaven. It's kind of like that surreal, like all happiness feeling, like you're not bogged down with worries anymore. You don't have the things that you're locked into when you're here. Again, you see the bigger perspective. You understand why things are happening. You understand why people are going through what they're going through.
right. So if you're wondering about someone who has passed on and if they're okay, and they've gone through the veils, most likely they're running through a field with butterflies and flowers and having a great time, or whatever they would be doing.
But most of the time, it is that's what they depict. Um, some of them go through learning processes, to sort of become a more a higher being or a higher self. So it's almost like they go off to college. So
Yes,
they're
Nana.
learning about what they experienced, how they experienced, and what comes next.
Right. So, so that's something that all of you should know is that, and most of the time people do walk through the veils because some people have said, well, what about hauntings? Well, the hauntings are different stories. Each one is a different story,
Hmm.
and there's different reasons for that and all that stuff. And
That's a
those
whole nother
those
show right there.
that's a whole, yeah, it's a whole different ball game. And we do, Theo and I do talk about hauntings when we're on, and we're not talking about hauntings tonight. But most spirits or most people when they pass, they go through the veils because it's there, it's enticing, it's beautiful, it's wonderful, and they want to go because they feel welcomed.
Now, on that note, there is some that don't go through the veil. and we call those
Mm-hmm.
the earthbound spirits. Not so much hauntings. They're earthbound. They're not ready to go. They still have like unfinished business. They didn't see a loved one, so they're stuck around. That's not always the case, but there are a few that stick around, and that's when like you and I would do a house clearing, and or I get called in to help them sort of cross into the light, and that sort of tell them, oh, kind of direct them where they missed the direction when they passed.
Right.
Or it could be
Yeah.
somebody that didn't know they passed and they're just stuck lingering here, wondering what's going on. Why can't nobody see them? And again, that's when we help direct them to
That's
where they need to be.
right. We direct them. We get them moving out. All right. Well, we're coming too close. So, Theo, let the peeps know like who you are, where you're gonna be, what you're gonna be doing, and how they can reach you.
I'm all over the place right now, as always. You can get through me through psychictheo.com. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. You can message me, set up sessions that way. You can email me through the website and set up sessions as well. Um, as far as traveling, depending on where work takes me, sometimes I could be in West Virginia, I could be in Tennessee, I could be in other parts of Kentucky, I can be in Chicago. Just pay attention to my Facebook. Facebook and
And
my
sign up.
website is where I'll be. And like in October, both of us will be doing readings and sessions in Chicago since we're up there doing our Reiki workshops.
Right. So we'll be letting you know more and more about that. So Um, we're like, we are going to be doing our Reiki workshops in October. Please sign up for our newsletters. Newsletters go out once a month. That way you can see what we're up to and stuff. You can sign up for my newsletter at arielgrace.net. You can sign up for Theo's at psychictheo.com. And that way you can keep updated because we are going to be traveling this year. So, for those of you who want to book sessions with us and that, you can also book sessions through our websites. So, just send us an email and we'll get you in.
And then you never know,
That
you might
easy.
see us at an expo or a booth space somewhere. You never know where we're going to end up or what we got
Oh, yeah,
planned. So, yeah.
that's.
If you see us at an expo or the Body Mind Spirit stuff, stop by, say hello. Who knows? We might give you a gift. You never know.
You never know what can happen. Okay, so next week I'm going to be talking about pendulums and scrying. So get your pendulums out for next week. We're going to like play with them. It's going to be very fun for us. All right? All right. So remember to have a great week. Keep your hearts open and align with the energy of love. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Good night. Thanks for joining.